Last week, Amazon sent out a note that they were removing the restock SKU restrictions. I got really excited by this. Well, now it's a couple days later and we've seen what it actually translates to. Not as good as I was hoping. My name is Stephen Pope. I'm the founder of My Amazon Guy. In this video, I'm going to talk briefly about the restock limitations and how it has since evolved. So this is a screenshot from my account where I'm at the maximum on standard size storage here. So the irony, of course, is that I have an IPI score that gives me unlimited storage. Still, I have standard storage capped at 14,952. So the maximum that I could ship in at this very moment is 273 units. Well, before last week's update, I could ship in up to 144 or 150 or some odd units for a variety of different SKUs that I possessed without any limitation. So basically, they just flipped the script a little bit so it was more favorable if you wanted to go bull rush a specific SKU, which is valuable, especially for those that are seasonal. Mother's Day is coming up here in less than 2 weeks, and so if I wanted to ship in some Mother's Day stuff on a specific SKU, that would be beneficial. However, by capping the total storage, I'm actually worse off, and many of you watching this video are probably in the same boat. And so I've already tried to ask Amazon, hey, I've got a great IPI score. Can you increase my standard storage limits? And I'm getting the typical copy-paste non-responser already. So that's the bad news. Now, the good news is that it does seem like Amazon is heading in the right direction, that they're probably not out of room anymore. However, I don't understand why they would cap the number of units but give me unlimited storage. None of that makes any logical sense whatsoever. So basically, kind of evaluating this for the last couple of days, it kind of feels like the people who had it good now have it bad, and the people that had it bad now have it good. So they kind of flipped the script a little bit. And that's generally not a good way to make policy changes at Amazon. Typically, when you make a policy change, you'd want to make it so it's good for everybody. But in situations like this, everybody has a unique business policy, and so broadly stroking a particular setup like this is not the right way to do things. Here's the response I got when I tried to ask for higher storage limits. From your email, I would understand you would like to increase the restock limits. All products eligible for shipment creation, but we are currently limiting the quantities you can send for your products. This note doesn't feel any different than the copy pasta that we got a week ago. In fact, it doesn't look like they've updated the emails whatsoever. To make matters worse for me, I am still banned with my #1 wine glass product from advertising. It has been almost 2 months with my #1 seller banned from advertising. It is no longer my #1 seller. That's how bad the ban was for me. And we're also on the curtail of potentially the item concept entirely. So I have an excessive amount of these sitting at FBA hurting my storage cap. And so it's situations like these that really suck, right? So I moved my video there so you could see the actual message. Your ad is suspended as it does not satisfy policy requirements. Images that depict, glorify, or encourage consumption of alcohol is not allowed. However, when you go onto Amazon's platform, you'll see all of my competitors with the same glass are allowed, which is another example of Amazon's policies hitting some of us, but not all of us, fairly or unfairly. If you're curious about all of the other tests that we've run on this particular item, we've removed the word drinking from the image, we removed the word wine from the listing. We've done it all. None of those changes has allowed the item to be reactivated for advertising. You can watch that video series by clicking on this link here if you're curious, and watch that next. Let me know how the restock limits are affecting you. Did you come out ahead or did you come out behind with last week's change? Post your thoughts in the comment section. My name is Stephen Pope. I'm the founder of My Amazon Guy.